Hello everyone, welcome to the Across the Park Instant Match Reaction. Everton 1, Manchester United 2. I mean, for me, Millsy, I thought we were lucky to get out with 2-1. I thought they outplayed us. I think this team's had a good run. You know, it's brought to end. Is it 5 or 6 games unbeaten now?
6 games unbeaten.
6 games unbeaten. Yeah. Listen, I've got no qualms about that result tonight. They'll do the better side. You look at that midfield, and we were saying at half time, Eriksen, Fernandes, Casemiro, that's a world-class midfield, and in that first half they showed it. Unbelievable goal from Iwobi, but for me, I don't think we're losing that game tonight. I think I'd snapped your hand off for the draw at the end, but for me, fair and square, good performance for United.
Yeah, so the game's 90 minutes. I'd probably say 60 or 70 United were large, miles better. The goal, well, the ground didn't need waking up, but the ground was bouncing at 1-0. You didn't go on, maybe just see 10 or 15 minutes this out, maybe even go and get a second and really kill them, because that United team, as good as they are, they haven't really got big characters who really maybe give a shit about their badge, which we've had problems with ourselves, you know, all about that. So I really want us to go put a second past straight away, and I think the game would have been so much different there. But what you've said there is absolutely correct. United were the better team. I can't come on this podcast tonight with no fucking hood getting pissed on.
I've got a husband.
He's just trying to be Scouser with me, trying to be Scouse. But you know, look, you're right. Everything you said there, United absolutely deserved the win. It's hard from where we sit in the park end to watch what happens at the very end with the balls in the box at the street ends. It seems to bobble around. Jordan Pickford goes up, doesn't he, for a couple of corners, and you're hoping that you might get that moment at the street ends where it's a different podcast.
I seen the headline from BBC then, it said Man United scraped 2-1 victory, which I think is probably referring to those last 5 minutes where we threw the kitchen sink at them. Now, one thing I'm going to ask you, and we'll obviously get into this a little bit more in the podcast itself in the week, were the changes a bit too late?
Yeah, and I think apart from maybe the Crystal Palace game at the end of last season, I think they probably have always been like that. He's always been a bit guarded with his changes and what he wants to do. You know, the Palace game, he changed formation at the end of the first half, changed personnel right on half time. But that was a scenario where you had to throw the kitchen sink at the game. But other than that, he does tend to be quite guarded with the subs. I was crying out at half time just to bring Calvert-Lewin on. Now, whether Calvert-Lewin was fit enough to play 45 minutes, I don't know. And I just think if you've got a fucking 4'2" centre half, and our friend Patrick's coming in here. Come on, Patrick, get on the podcast.
Oh.
So just a little sidebar here. This is Patrick, an Evertonian from New Jersey, who I met yesterday. So we're just talking about the game there, Patrick. What's your instant match reaction to that?
Nothing's going to ruin my mood. I mean, yeah, no, it was 2 gifts of a goal, but I'm in my favorite place on earth. I can't complain.
So a little story for the listeners, because you're going home this week. I think you're going back to the States.
I got a flight out to Austria tomorrow.
Austria tomorrow, just doing your
5 days, yeah.
Yeah, so a little backstory. I met this guy yesterday. Took my little boy to the Bootle Bucks game, and we got talking about the Mighty Blues. What's your story, Patrick, about coming over here to watch this match? You've been here before, but what's this story about coming over for this game?
Well, I just wanted to come back. I was thinking it was going to be one last game at Goodison, but it's not going to be one last game. And I'm not going out with that one. But yeah, I just I bookended it with a couple trips to Spain, and then it'll be Austria, Germany, and it'll be next week. Yeah. But it's my 3rd time over to Goodison, 4th time over to England total, just to see everything like. I thought I loved being over here.
Fantastic. That makes us a little bit embarrassed that we're complaining about the rain. Traveling across the world to see us. But listen, I think
I didn't mean to come in and be like all positive and all that.
No. Listen, you know what? It wasn't like that.
It probably needed that, to be honest.
Okay.
Generally, the consensus was, I'm sure you'll agree, that United were the better side tonight. I think the vast majority of the game you were on top. I think we come close to maybe getting something at the end, but my question to Millsy before, and I'll ask you the same, do you think the changes were a little bit late?
Probably, but I don't know if Calvert-Lewin's fit to come on.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then I don't know how much, I mean, if Rondon's coming on just because Mopé's a little tired, I don't know how much that changed.
No, it's a fair one.
But yeah, I mean, we need another winger in January. Yeah,
I think both wingers, I think both. Anthony Gordon didn't play well tonight.
Very poor,
for me, Damari Gray looks dangerous, but it's that end product. It just does. He gets in great positions. He will beat a defender. He will do the hard part. the final ball is not there for me. So I think Patrick had a great point there. Wingers for Everton. Judging maybe that's something we've not discussed on the podcast, but that's what we really need to.
It is a really good point to me. Anthony Gordon was particularly poor tonight. I haven't been impressed by Anthony Gordon for a while. I think the speculation about 4 weeks ago, just before the window closed, I said on the instant match reaction, take the money, take it now, because I thought it was an unbelievable offer. Whether it was 45, 50, 60 million, anywhere in that region for me is good money for Anthony Gordon at this moment in time. And he's shown again tonight, he's just not got enough facets to his game. You know, when it's against a defence like United's, where they were quite compact, they were getting behind the ball, there was no spaces in behind, he's got no guile, he struggles with that.
He looks tired at times as well.
Yeah, he just looks laboured, he looks very laboured, and you know, that frustrating foul that he commits and he gets a yellow card, that was like the nail in the coffin. But you know, I thought, I mean, we said McNeil, we would have expected McNeil to start tonight.
Yes,
he was unlucky not to start. He hasn't been great for us, McNeil, but when he come on, he looked like he at least held onto the ball a little bit more and was looking to try and link up the players. Gordon gets it, and he's trying to create something that's never really there.
Look, I'm going to sound like I know what I'm talking about, Patrick. I don't. But for me, judging McNeil, he offers a better shape. I think Everton are better in a shape
More
with
disciplined,
McNeil,
yeah. No, but listen, it's an instant match reaction. Delighted, my friend, for you to join us.
Great to be here.
It's all about, you know, emotion here, and to be fair, we were quite morbid at the start. I think accepting of the fact that tonight we come up against a very strong Man United midfield.
I hate that though. I hate it because they are so inconsistent, and there's teams who are not as good as us who will turn them over.
And as you say, it was two mistakes. It was two mistakes that gifted them goals tonight. But you know, you have that Casemiro miss, the disallowed goal, which was somewhat fortunate/unfortunate. And I think on the balance of things, you know, United probably deserved that tonight. But listen, it is an instant match.
And we're going to get Patrick on again. I promise Patrick that when we do remote, when you're back at state settled, we'll do a show on you, your Everton all-time 11, and on a good chat over a beer or a coffee, shall we say.
Cool. Thanks, Patrick. Thanks for your time. And take it easy. We'll catch you in the week. It's Everton 1, Man United 2.